The story continues with the intelligence agency successfully finding Adnes. Their leader, Charmy, uses a surveillance drone to communicate with Adnes and Doroka. Charmy welcomes Adnes back but explains that he underestimated humanity, leading to their discovery of his unauthorized transfer coordinates on their server. We then see the intelligence team in action as they apprehend thieves and criminals nationwide. Charmy, not wanting to work overtime, urges Shirogase to make things quick. Adnes realizes his mistake in underestimating how quickly they would find him. He's curious about the two heads Shirogase is carrying, but Shirogase doesn't know who they are. He explains that the two girls arrived before him, and they were also after Adnes. In his way, Shirogase eliminated them. Doroka demands respect, but Shirogase has no clue who she is. He threatens her, and Adnes intervenes by pulling her hair and tossing her aside. Adnes tries to use summoning magic, but Shirogase quickly stops him. Adnes then pulls out his gun, but Shirogase effortlessly dodges the shots due to his incredible reaction speed. Adnes realizes Shirogase must be a cyborg. Adnes uses his magic creatively, firing a bullet and using a spell to make it grow. Charmy warns Shirogase of the danger, but he remains calm and dodges the attack. Shirogase attempts to attack Adnes, but Doroka uses her love spell on him, forcing him to stop. She threatens to immobilize him if he doesn't surrender, and Adnes seizes the opportunity to gather information. Adnes instructs Doroka to question Shirogase about his ability, but Shirogase starts laughing and reveals his delight at Doroka using the love spell. He mentions that she looks like a certain person, referring to the queen. Doroka is clueless, and Shirogase explains that the queen's love spell led to the emperor taking his own life. Doroka and Adnes are puzzled by how Shirogase is able to move, and suddenly, Shirogase rips off his shirt. This reveals a heart on his chest, indicating that he is already under someone else's love spell. Shirogase explains that he has numerous holes in his back and unleashes his ability called Hummingbird Release. This attack sends out robotic hands from his body, making Adnes think that the gear expansion has gone out of control. Adnes instructs Doroka to get out of the way, realizing that her love spell won't work on Shirogase, rendering her powerless. Adnes recalls a memory of his beloved Chloe being tormented, with the Emperor deeming her useless if she couldn't use magic. Adnes, determined not to be like the Emperor, acknowledges Doroka's desire to be useful. She lifts a rock, not necessarily knowing if seeking revenge is right, but she has decided to stand by Adnes until the end, not wanting anyone else to lose their life. Doroka, aware she can't do much with the rock, is okay with it because Adnes has a plan. He puts the rock down and summons a rapier sword for her. Adnes also summons armor for himself and activates the sword, explaining that the magical blade can now pierce steel. With the sword, Doroka can destroy most things just by swinging it around. But Adnes suggests she learn some basic sword skills. Adnes summons an instruction manual that even someone like Doroka, who he jokingly calls a dumb witch, can understand. Shirogase once again demands that they stop flirting and commands his robot hands to attack. Adnes and Doroka find themselves surrounded, forcing them to try to destroy each hand individually. Adnes is confident initially, as the hands are weak, but it becomes apparent that there is an endless wave of hands constantly attacking, overwhelming them. Adnes has to come to Doroka's rescue, realizing that there are just too many of these hands to handle. Shirogase surprises everyone by revealing that the hands he unleashed are powerful. He sends a bunch of these powerful hands into the sky and removes the limiters to make them even more damaging. The powered-up hands then rain down from the sky. In response, Adnes uses a spell called Grape Near. This spell releases several energy ribbons that successfully destroy several of the powerful hands. While the ribbons do a good job for the moment, Adnes is determined to end the fight. He instructs Doroka to come close to him, and together, they are surrounded by energy to form a special variant that he calls the Cannonball. Shirogase is impressed by this giant ball of energy, but Charmy is terrified and warns Shirogase not to let it touch him. However, Shirogase, fearless, uses an ability called Hummingbird Castle. All the hands return to his body, and he uses them like thrusters, giving it their maximum power output. Miraculously, Shirogase manages to stop Adnes's giant ball in its tracks, pushing him back quite a bit. Shirogase is extremely satisfied when the ball completely stops. Unfortunately for Shirogase, this was all part of Adnes's plan. Adnes, having prepared for this moment, manages to push back just in time and tells Shirogase that he underestimated him. Adnes reveals that it was, in fact, him who was underestimated. Surprisingly, Doroka appears from behind Shirogase at Adnes's command. Adnes instructs her to unleash the witch's vengeance upon the humans. Doroka follows the command and plunges her sword into both of Shirogase's legs. Adnes is pleased, But to everyone's surprise, Shirogasi doesn't seem hurt at all. He tells Doroka that she should have aimed for his head or, even better, his heart. In a quick response, Adonis rushes to save Doroka. However, things take a turn for the worse as Shirogasi sends both Adonis and Doroka flying with a powerful punch. Doroka is in really bad shape from just that one punch, and Shirogasi scolds her for ruining her surprise attack. He credits them for being perfectly coordinated but states that it just wasn't enough. Unfortunately for Shirogasi, he underestimates them again, as he is captured by the energy ribbons from earlier. Adonis tells Shirogasi not to bother begging for his life, emphasizing that he has never been the type to show mercy. Adonis starts to strangle Shirogasi, intending to end the fight. However, Shirogasi surprises him by using some hidden hands to grab Adonis. These hands pin Adonis against a wall, which is a big problem because if Adonis doesn't keep riding, his spell will vanish. Adonis demands to be let go, but Shirogasi insists that Adonis should release him first. Doroka realizes that things are falling apart and recalls her decision not to let Adonis die. She encourages herself to stop hesitating and get ready to do something useful. Meanwhile, Shirogasi is preparing something, so Adonis warns Doroka to watch her back and duck. Unfortunately, Doroka has a slow reaction time, and one of Shirogasi's hands grabs onto her, sending her flying into the sky. Adonis dislikes how Doroka always needs to be saved, motivating him to push harder. However, Shirogasi reveals more hands waiting and pins Adonis to the ground. Adonis's pen is now out of reach, and Shirogasi easily breaks free from the energy ribbons. Things couldn't get any worse as Adonis is pinned, and Shirogasi is free. Adonis becomes horrified when he realizes Shirogasi's plan. Shirogasi signals to his robot hands to shove fingers into Doroka's eyes. Adonis tries desperately to stop him, and Doroka, aware of the impending attack, thanks Adonis for everything. Understanding that she won't recover from such an attack, Doroka expresses gratitude for Adonis staying by her side throughout their journey. A flashback shows the time they spent together, and Doroka's only wish now is that they could have seen more sights together. However, Shirogasi remains indifferent and tells her that this will be the last time she sees anything. Adonis struggles, but there's no hope of breaking free. Doroka looks at him one last time, and Adonis desperately tries to call out to her. Unfortunately, she can't hear anything at this point, and Doroka can only cry as the robots pierce right through her eyes. The situation becomes heartbreaking as Doroka faces a dire fate. This brings an end to our episode.